days into our Invitational Conference, and we have really seen great matches. Underdogs won against the more experienced teams, while the club teams showed us nothing but incredible volleyball. Because again, this is where power meets passion. Welcome to the Spikers Turf.
Mga kapatid, welcome back to the heart of Manila and welcome to the Paco Arena for continuing coverage of the Spikers Turf, where we see the best of men's volleyball here in the Philippines. We got a full slate of games for you today, so we can't wait to keep you company all throughout the day. Let's take a look at some of the teams arriving here today for our first matchup. The VNS Griffins up against the Cabstars. Let's take a look at the games today. The quadruple header. First one started at 11 a.m. The VNS Griffins going against the Cabstars, as I mentioned a while ago. Santa Elena Nationals up against the D Navigators. Iloilo will follow that up. Chef on a Diet FEU up against Centramol Generals for our third fixture. And for the final one, SNL Retan against St. Gerard Construction. A lot of games here today and excited to bring that all here for you on One Sports Plus and Philippines Live. Ako po si Paul De Rosario, joined by Coach Ronnie Magsano. Great to be here with you, Coach, for these two teams going up against each other. I think masasabi natin that for both these teams, it's really important considering yung format ng tournament na to.
Totoo yan. One team is unbeaten, the other is 1-1, and a loss here para dito. Of course, the team ng VNS could be detrimental to their chances of making it to the last 8. Samantalang ang Cap All-Stars would like to get that elusive win to go 3-0, but more importantly, take the half step towards a spot in the quarterfinals.
Let's take a look at the pool standings here, Coach, and you take a look at the fact that ito nga yung VNS, as you mentioned a while ago, 1-1. With only 2 teams advancing, napakahirap for them to find a way to advance if they lose here.
24 teams divided into 4 pools, 6 teams per pool, only 5 games per team in each pool. At VNS has already played 2. May 3 panalo na yung Echo Oil eh. So pwede mo lang sabihin eh, halos pasok na yan.
Yeah.
Pag ito nakakuha ng Cabstars, eh 2 lang ang papasok. Tanging ang San Beda lang ang may chance. Kaya para sa VNS, it's very, very important for them na maibaba ang Cab All-Stars and get their second win if they are still to have a chance of making it to the quarterfinals.
Let's take a look at what happened in the last game of the VNS Griffins. Itong VNS had a chance to sweep but instead avoided a reverse sweep.
Ito yung mga larong sinabi mong panalo na, matatalo pa, pero naipanalo pa ni Barbie San Andres, ni JB Sumagaysay, ni Philip Bagalay. If it were a 0-2 start, masasabi natin kumbaga uphill climb na. Pero para kila Philip Bagalay, kila Coach Ralph Ocampo, it's a different day. And the most important thing is they came out on top. And those numbers that you saw briefly is an illustration sa kanilang matibay na opensa. But what went wrong doon sa 3rd and 4th sets? Bakit nakabawi ang kalaban? Hindi na nila titignan, pero kailangan malimitahan yung 39 errors na nangyari sa kanila. At ang pinakamahalaga, the 5th and 10th count in the final sets, which enabled them to get their first win dito sa ating Spikers Turf.
Let's take a look at Brian San Andres, Barbie San Andres rather, who was able to perform as expected last time around. At grabe, not just an offensive powerhouse, but defensively getting the work done as well. A
certified star already here in the Spikers Turf. As we take a look at Sir Seb, making his entry here sa Paco Arena. Barbie Sandres, of course, is the #1 scorer para sa VNS. 35 points in 2 games, 17.5 points per match. But more than that, second best among all the Spikers at 47% hitting rate. Newly minted as one of the best outside spikers in the recent NCAA season. Season 95 Rookie of the Year as well. Number 18 in scoring, and those numbers, almost a triple-double, is a perfect illustration on the importance of Barbie San Andres para kay Coach Ralph Ocampo.
As we mentioned, Barbie San Andres getting it done in both ways. Of course, medyo nagulan ako kanina sa maliit na text, pero ito, si Barbie getting ready and of course excited for this matchup. Of course, Cabstars taking a look at their last game against the Philippine Air Force, getting it done in 4 frames here, Coach.
Right. This is a team that is balanced from different players from all over Laguna, of course, led by Joshua Ramilo. Itong Cap All-Stars, nanalo ng 2 sunod. Tinalo ang San Beda, tinalo ang veteranong koponan ng Philippine Air Force, led by 4 players who scored in double figures for them in that all-important second win that put them in a very good position to make it to the next phase. Numbers that will tell you, yes, it took 4 sets, and even if they were out-blocked in that block party para sa Philippine Air Force, malaking bagay. Ginatasan nila yung
Yep.
plus 11 na errors ng Philippine Air Force. And eventually, sabi nga natin, apat na pairs in double figures, simply not enough para sa Philippine Air Force. Maitulak pa ang laban sa fifth and final set.
Also dangerous in the serves itong Cabstars. Let's focus on itong si Joshua Aramillo, who, again, like Barbie San Andres, able to perform on both ends of the court in terms of offense and defense.
Top gun para sa EAC Generals, also was awarded as the best outside spiker in the recent NCAA season. A beach volleyball champion as well in the NCAA. Number 7 in spike percentage at 43%. 26 points in 2 matches, 11 points in game 1, 15 points in their last win. 14 of 25 sa kanyang attack rate, 10 of 19 digs, 15 of 19 or 13 of 19 excellent receptions, and that is a masterful triple-double performance for Joshua Ramilo.
Okay, grabe talaga yung 56% attack rate last time around. And let's see, of course, what will happen here. Sigurado naman markado siya dito. Let's turn it over to Mika Bisam, is the third member of our panel here today. Mika?
As we give you this exciting match, pwede kayo makipagkwentuhan sa amin. Please join our conversation through this poll question. It's going to be which all-around player will shine today? Once again, that is which all-around player will shine today. And you can do that through downloading our Pilipinas Live app. Now it's going to be Cabuyao Cabstars versus VNS as I turn it over to the venue announcer.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Ryan Vincent Corpus. Second referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Let's call on the starting lineup from our Griffins of volleyball never stops. Let's begin with their team captain. He wears jersey number 3, Philip Bagalay. At number 5, Lawrence Cruz. Wearing jersey number 7, JV Sumagaysay. At number 8, Jeremy Pedrosa. Number 13, Ben San Andres. And number 15, Sinmark Saporna. Starting libero is number 2, John Joshua Cruz. Head coach, Mr. Ralph Ocampo. Calling on our Cabuyao Stars men's volleyball squad. At number 3, Joshua Ramilo. Wearing jersey number 4, Miguel Andrew Dasig. Number 7, Gabriel J. Magsino. At number 15, Michael Christian Doria. Number 16 is Jomar Soriano. And number 23, Jericho Adahar. Starting libero is their team captain. He wears jersey number 12, Aljun Centeno. And head coach, Mr. Christian Antiporta. This is match number 18, preliminary round in Pool B of Season 6, the Invitational Conference of the Spikers Turf, where power meets passion.
Lineups here for both these teams, VNS Griffins going up against the Cabstars. And take a look at these two teams here. The VNS is going into this one with a lineup that is very similar, except for itong si Sinmark Saporna, who is starting here, and lieu of itong si Ralph Lacuanan and some Cabuyao Stars men's volleyball team. This Cabstars team starting starting off the same group that beat the Philippine Air Force in the Spike round. Joining us here, of course, about Cabuyao, alongside Magsano here for Spikers third Invitational Conference for the first left side of the screen. Thank you very much for joining us here again for the VNS Griffins matchup here against the Cabuyao Stars for your 2023 Spiker Surf Invitational Conference. Ako po si Paul De Rosario alongside Coach Ronnie Magsanok here, joining you from the Paco Arena. Thank you very much for joining us on One Sports Plus and the Pilipinas Live app and website. VNS on the left and Cabstars on your right. At magandang simula dito ng Cabuyao Stars. And as I say that, itong VNS nakakuha ng isa.
They just won yesterday doon sa PNBF. Philip Bagalay, a bronze medalist for the beach volleyball team. Record holder para sa Mapua. Scored 45 points in one match. Tries to help out itong VNS secure this all-important win laban sa Cab All-Stars.
Well, kanina na-preview natin, may dalawang all-around stars itong Cabuyao and itong VNS. And Barbie San Andres is the one that we're going to talk about here para sa VNS.
Oh, no doubt. Barbie San Andres is the heart and soul para dito sa VNS Griffins. Scoring, two-way player. And they certified go-to ace para kay Coach Ralph Ocampo.
All knotted up at 2 apiece here. Magandang simula nitong dalawa. It is a battle of survival somewhat para sa VNS. Trying to get the win here as, again, San Andres. All the energy dito sa simula.
Yes, this is the primary reason why a lot of teams are playing in the Spikers turf and simultaneously sa PNBF to make sure that they are always sharp. And it has shown here dito sa simula para sa VNS. We're now ahead by 1 after being behind by 2.
The blocking working here for VNS. Nakita natin in the matchup against the Philippine Air Force para sa Cabstars, they gave away a lot of blocks.
Right.
Which the net defense normally performs well against the Cabstars.
Totoo yan. Ang Cabstars were outblocked 15-4. Yet they were still able to prevail in the winning the tight points dun sa huling set. And of course, relying on youthful energy and young legs to get past the veteran team ng Philippine Air Force.
High energy start here from both these teams. Magsino with the setup again. That time getting past the net defense. Itong si Joshua Ramillo.
And that's the general scoring his first point after a 4-point run. Para dito sa mga ano ba tawag dito? Aqua?
I think teal.
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 Okay, teal. Teal colored shirts. Okay. Indigo na lang.
Indigo, pwede ba? Okay, sige. Indigo na lang tayo. And an ace there with a little help from the tape.
Leading scorer, binanggit natin kanina. A very good hitter. Also in the top 10, itong si Ramilo at dekorado sa NCAA at sa beach volleyball din.
All knotted up at 4 apiece. And I believe there was a net touch there. It'll go
Overreach.
in favor of VNS.
They will contest that. Coach Christian Antiporda will contest that. May challenge tayo rito.
So let's see whether or not nanalo sila sa unang challenge of the day.
Sabi ni Coach Christian Antiporta, bawat puntos importante. Buti na makauna.
So yun, ito-challenge nila yung net touch. Actually, that's what I initially saw. Pero tignan natin kung tama. We're gonna go to the challenge system here na katabi po natin. But just to make sure that it's spoiler-free, we promise not to look at it. Pero itong si Coach Ronnie already trying to take a peek, take a gander at yung challenge system natin.
Di ko nga makita, oh.
As we see the Cabuyao Stars men's volleyball, of course, having to bleed for every single point. We're expecting a tight matchup here between these two. And there is the touch. And that will be confirmed. So, successful challenge there para sa Cabstars.
So we replay the point. Oh, it's a point para dito sa Red Shirts for a 1-point lead on this 2-point run after giving up 4 straight points para dito sa Griffins.
Don't see Josh Ramilo, 15 points in that last game against the Philippine Air Force.
Ang taas ng percentage.
56% in the last one. And in general, Coach, grabe talaga yung performance niya throughout the entire conference so far.
Number 7 among the top 10 hitters, Pedrosa, formerly of the Fighting Maroons, scores his first point for Coach Ralph, ties the count at 5.
Sumasaporna on the service line. Kept that alive. Buhay pa rin. Who's with the setup? And the finish once again from San Andres.
That's what you like about Barbie. Hindi namimili ng bola. The ability to make the adjustment and score in transition without the defense being set. That is what makes him truly a distinct attacker.
Sinmar Saporna again on the service line para sa VNS. And that time, the net D not good enough para sa VNS.
Good reverse set here. Para dito sa Cabuyao All-Stars, I'm looking at their setter, very tall setter. Para dito sa Cabstars, at yan ay walang iba. Kung hindi itong si Adahar, who had 18 excellent sets in that 4-set win over Philippine Air Force.
All not, rather a 1-point lead here for VNS after that one. No team really finding any separation here. Very evenly matched dito sa simula.
Might be the trend for the entire match.
We were trying to figure out kung may mga predictions tayo, whether or not this will be a quick game or not. And so far, it has been VNS with a slight advantage, but then Cabstars there almost every step of the way. We're going to go to our first technical timeout. Don't go away.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf. And as one of the veteran teams in the Spikers Turf, Coach Ralph Ocampo needs more from his VNS team. Most important is to improve their blocking sa team stats, which he believes is one of the reasons why they lost to LaSalle and almost lost to PCU. The team has been struggling in terms of their schedules for practice. So each time, they need to start from scratch daw. The usual problem of students, of course. Pero one of the things na pinaghandaan daw nila dito sa Cabstars ay yung placement shots nila. So let's see. Pao, Coach Ronnie.
Thank you very much, Mika. And of course, tingnan natin kung gagana nga yung training nila in terms of focusing on the blocks and the focus on those spot shots as well. And as I say that, I see Sumagaysay getting in on the action.
One of 3 players in double figures, a former national player, scoring his first point. Sumagaysay, or JV Sumagaysay, is coming off a 14-point game built around 4 kill blocks para dito sa VNS. Sa blocking ang VNS, number 22. 9 blocks in 2 games. So mababa nga yun. Only 3 teams na may single-digit block count after 2 matches of the block point para sa Cabstars.
Yeah, nakita natin may effort talaga in terms of getting better on the net. But at that time, itong si San Andres unable to get that across. 2-point lead para sa VNS. Cabstars trying to trim it down to 1. And as I say that, syempre, just a bit too long. So all of a sudden, a 3-point lead here in their first matchup. Itong VNS against PCU. In their last game, rather, ang ganda ng simula, 25-13. But then tapered off. They lost the 3rd and 4th sets. Coach, kailangan ng konting consistency.
Wow. Soriano, roofed. Biggest lead para dito sa Griffins, a 4-point advantage. They started out slow, gave up 2 straight points, but strung up 4 consecutive. And right now, looking good here at this stage of this first set.
Barbie San Andres, the ace of this team.
Oh, really? Totoo yan. That was the blocking na sinasabi ni Coach Ralph na kailangan nila.
What a serve there. Well handled, though. To go to the back. Buhay pa rin dito.
Free ball.
San Andres with the setup. Who did they look for? Oh! Still good floor defense shown by the Cabstars. So Magaysay with the setup.
Nice.
And they go the other way. That time, finesse doesn't work out there. And the blocking finally activates here for VNS.
I was looking at the numbers of JB Sumagaysay and really, yung sa blocking na binanggit natin kanina na siyam para sa VNS, halos 70% doon ay kanya. And that is an illustration on how and why JB continues to be one of the best middle blockers in the country.
Well, you have to feel that if VNS get their blocking going here throughout the entire conference, I feel that they would have a more balanced way to score here. 12-8 though, with the Cabstars getting a point back.
That's a free point given up by VNS. Well, blocking is the first line of defense really in transition plays. At kailangan mo yan dahil ang dami ng sobrang magagaling at sumisibol ng mga spikers at middle blockers.
And that time, it's almost a duel at the net here between these two squads. Who they look for? Ramilo again. That time, the soft touch. Barely kept alive by Cruz, and the hit just too low.
Out of position was Philip Bagalay, the second leading scorer para sa VNS. Also a double-digit player, katulad ni Dominic Panganiban para naman dito sa Cab All-Stars.
Jomar Soriano on the service line para sa Cabstars, trying to make up a 3-point deficit. Cruz with the setup. So Magaysay, not that time. Ramilo had to be a bit creative there with a little stutter step. San Andres from the back just pushes it across. They go back to Ramilo. Wala pa rin as the rally goes on.
Ooh.
And that time, the strong hit, Centeno couldn't handle it.
Centeno was right there in the right spot. And finally, itong VNS restores another 4-point lead. Sa wakas, naayos na. At maayos, patuloy-tuloy itong si Barbie San Andres. San Andres right now with a total of 2 attack points.
Well, we just saw the numbers there of JB Sumagaysay. 2 blocks already, but that time no blocking available for VNS.
That's a low quick set para dito sa Cabstars. Down 9 earlier, behind by 3, looking to get past this 3-point barrier and put more pressure laban dito sa Griffins.
Well, Mike Doria, who scored just a while ago, 11 points in the last game against the Philippine Air Force. Very well balanced itong Cabstars. 4 players in double figures last time around.
3 naman para sa VNS. Bumalik sa 4 ang abante rito ng VNS after that service miscue para sa red shirts. Griffins trying to increase this 4-point lead.
Ramilo couldn't push that across.
Yes, nabitin eh. Sa forma, with net presence.
And all of a sudden, 5-point lead here para sa VNS. Cabstars starting to fall away here. Magandang simula ulit ng Griffins as they call for time real quickly. Let's listen in.
Una, hindi tayo makakaroon ng momentum natin kung every time na magsaserve tayo, tatapon natin. Next. Kung mamadali naman natin yung pasa natin, magmamadali talaga yung setup natin. Hindi siya makapagawa ng play. Okay? Alam niyo yung kay Maha Salvador? Anong kanta ni Maha Salvador? Oh, dahan-dahan lang tayo. Hey, let's go. Ha? Dahan-dahan lang. Ngiti lang. Ngiti. Masyadong mabigat eh. Go.
Again, 5-point lead here for the VNS Griffins as the Cabstars are struggling, or at least they start to slow down here in the past few points, Coach Ronnie.
Sabi ni Coach Antiporta, alam niyo ba yung kanta ni Maha Salvador? May mga sumagot naman. Dahan-dahan lang. So,
it's good na walang generation gap in terms of...
Banda rito meron.
Oo, banda rito meron. Yun lang. 5-point lead para sa VNS.
Nako!
And we go to our second technical timeout, 16-10, after that error coming from the Cabstars. But I believe they are going to double-check that. So there is a challenge here na foot fault. Makita natin ulit.
Kung anong pwede.
And, you know, I am all here for yung mga OPM references natin. Tignan natin kung meron pa mamaya. So of course, at the moment, second challenge here for the Cabstars. Itong si Coach Cristian Antiporta.
They had a successful one earlier.
So sharp eyes, typically, for the Cabstars.
May pressure dito sa larong ito. Sa VNS, baka may eliminate. Sa Cabstars naman, papasok na halos sa quarters. And sometimes it adds that extra pressure on your shoulders. Kailangan. Hindi pwede matalo.
A lot of people say that may pressure yung matatalo in general. As we take a look at the center line fault here. And that is a yes, according to our challenge system.
Good
so that
call.
means it's an unsuccessful challenge and a good call here. And we go to our second technical timeout with VNS leading by 6.
So our motivation for this conference is to really ipakita yung laro namin and to really show that our system can work at this time of volleyball. At the same time, our motivation is also ourselves kasi we're still here to play and we're here to win it. If we can win the championship, it means na mas makikilala si VNS at mas marami pa kaming matutulungan. And I think that's the main goal of everything, to spread volleyball and to let everyone see that volleyball is a sport that they can watch also and be entertaining. And not just a sport, but it also helps a lot of people.
Watch the PBA 3x3 second conference this year, every Monday and Tuesday, only on One Sports, PBA Rush, and Pilipinas Live. PBA 3x3, laro ng tatlo. Cabstars finally breaking the drought, 16-11 right now. They needed a bit of that second technical timeout, Coach. Ano nangyari in the past few points wherein the VNS Griffins suddenly erected a 6-point lead?
Errors and yung blocking nila nawala rin. At hindi sila maka-counter. Ayan, no? Mahirap kung floor defense lang aasahan mo. Kailangan talaga may mag-slow down ng mga tira. Meron kang shots that you will change. Kasi kung hindi, sobrang kumpiyansa nila Bagalay, San Andres. At si JB Sumagaysay also had a big thumbprint dito sa magandang 6 na puntos na abante para dito sa VNS.
Itong si Sumagaysay, 14 points in that last game against PCU.
4 blocks.
And 4 blocks as well.
Dito, 2 na.
So let's see how far they can take their blocking. Talking about VNS as San
Grabe
Andres.
si San Andres, walang pinipilang bola. Magsino again, 3rd point of the set. And yan ang hindi mabantayan so far ng VNS.
Itong si Magsino has been a bright spot here for the Cabstars. Of course, we were talking a lot about itong si Joshua Ramilo and why not. Pero itong si Magsino, 12 points in that last game. One of the 4 players in double-digit figures against the Philippine Air Force last time around. Pero ito na naman, Coach, mga errors doing the Cabstars wrong here.
Deflating whatever aspirations that they have in going for consecutive and multiple points as Ron Medalla, formerly of Ateneo. Galing sa UE nung high school, tumawid sa Ateneo nung college.
Tingnan natin kung...
Si Bagalay nga, teammate dating naglaro sa Signal HD Spikers.
Yeah. 6-point lead para sa VNS and make that a 5-point lead due to the errors. Again, exchanging errors here for a quick moment. And there's a series of substitutions happening here for both these squads.
Magsino out, Doria in. Looking at Adahar. Ito yung mga hinahanap mo na tangkad ng mga setters kasi bihira sa atin yung ganyang katatangkad. Sila Joshua Retamar, yan, may angking ganyang taas. Oh, rotation error.
A rotation error there again. Itong VNS, we were talking about just how good they were in terms of their scoring here, but then they have to keep their errors down as well kasi sa kabila, itong si Cabstars, they were giving those points away to VNS just a while ago.
16-10 was the count, reaching second technical timeout. 4-2 scoreline since then, pabor sa Cab All-Stars.
Blocking, working well there for the Cabstars, pero buhay pa rin. That time around, unable to keep that in.
That's a high percentage hitter, really, itong si Barbie San Andres. Also decorated here in the Spikers turf.
Yeah.
Named once as one of the best outside spikers.
Nakita naman natin yung pedigree niya for Mapua in the past. One of the,
Consistent eh.
yeah. Wherever Barbie goes, finds a way to score. Boy pa rin dito.
Nice.
And Sumagaysay, feeling it.
This is the sharpness factor that I was referring to. Yung babad ka sa laro at lahat nakakapaglaro. Although they had and have a different roster doon sa PNBF, the sharpness na sinasabi ng mga coaches na hinahanap nila is very evident. Hindi ka nag-aantay ng matagal para dumating yung laro.
Going to the other side, slowing things down and using the net D. And buhay pa rin dito. But it looks like they are going to contest a floor touch. Talking about VNS. And it was very close. A pancake save is what they're going to take a look at.
Sa angle kasi natin, mahirap talaga makita yung pancake kung lumapag na or nasagot muna eh.
So, tignan natin kung mas maganda yung angulo ng VNS bench. Because they will be challenging this one. 20-14 here. VNS almost matching their biggest lead here with 6. Against the Cabstars. Of course.
The unbeaten. Cabuyao All-Stars.
Cabuyao Stars.
San Beda and Philippine Air Force ang kanilang tinambangan. Their first 2 wins.
Actually, Coach, hindi sila All-Stars. Stars lang. Siguro
Pag
after
napanalo
this,
nila ito, All-Stars.
All-Stars sila.
Bigat ng mga tinalo nila.
So right now, they're still checking on the challenge system. And nakita ko na nagzo-zoom in pa rin sila. Ito, makita natin. Ooh, even from that angle, Coach.
Actually, tumalbog.
Oo.
Hindi na talaga, kaya talaga hindi makikita kasi natakpan.
Sa may paa eh. But either way, the challenge system says that it is a successful challenge para sa VNS. So a good call there from the coaching staff of VNS, led by Coach Ralph Ocampo.
There was a rally, no?
Jeremy Pedrosa on the service line.
7-point lead, the biggest para sa kanila.
And taken back almost immediately by Doria.
And that's the value of having a very tall playmaker. Nakita mo yung one hand na salo doon for that set. Could have been an over ball already. From a high of 7, it's down to 6. Trying to chase down this deficit.
Gorospe will check in as well as Panganiban. As Dasig will come out alongside Adahar. So interesting to see who's going to do the setting chores here para sa Cabuyao with Adahar on the bench.
Both wins ng Cabstars, 4-set wins. Sa kabila naman, 3-set loss para sa VNS and a 5-setter of a win in their last match.
San Andres. So they are going to confer before awarding any points. Talking about the officials. And point awarded to VNS.
And challenge here coming from Cabstars.
Here looking for a block touch. So 22-15. The challenge will be the block touch. A lot of challenges played here early on in the first frame. And why not? Again, napaka-importante ito for both these teams. The Cabstars looking to practically secure passage into the next round. Itong VNS naman, fighting for survival, backs against the wall. Coach, ibang klaseng pressure for both these teams, but then mabigat yung dalawa. As we take a look at the Cabstars, led by Coach Christian Antiporta, still checking on the block touch, which we're going to see in just a bit. And here you go. So no block touch. And that's a successful challenge para sa Cabstars.
They still have one more. Meron silang isang unsuccessful challenge. Dalawa na yung successful na challenges na nakuha nila.
Gorospe on the service line. Good serve. Hitting at the net. Free ball to deal with here para sa Cabstars, who did a setup. First to the net is Doria, and Doria pulls one back.
From a high of 7, it's down to 4. The fight back is on here for the Cabstars. Some problems with the floor defense para dito sa VNS.
Gorospe on the service line again.
Good effort coming from Cruz.
Buhay pa rin dito.
Forced
As
it.
Soriano gets it off the block, and suddenly the Cabstars are within 3. Quick timeout here. Let's take a look at that again. Soriano hitting that off the blockers. And with that, cueing a timeout from VNS, trying to stem the tide. Let's listen in. (21-18) VNS using the timeout to try and stop the momentum of the Cabstars. All of a sudden, nabuhay sila, coach, after the substitutions that they made.
Eh, lahat ng bola nila lampas eh. So wala tayong nakitang atake sa kanila. Except for that attack error ni Barbie San Andres kanina that gave up 1 point. That's the run. Kaya binanggit natin eh, from high of 7, it's down to 3. 4 straight points after the counts to 21-14.
Nathan Gorospe has been camped on that service line and gets the ace there. Itong si San Andres thought twice about it.
In between. Misread coming from San Andres. In between Bagalay and San Andres. Out of position. 5-point run. Down 7. Only behind by 2 points.
Nathan Gorospe. Already 2 service aces, by the way, para sa Cabstars. Gorospe with the latest one. And finally ending that. Sumagaysay getting the point.
Better cushion para sa kanila. Ano, kung hindi malaki yung lamang nila, naagaw na yung driver's seat, sigurado. But the important thing is they are 3 points ahead and only 3 points away from winning this set.
Barbie San Andres on the service line here. Powerful serve, but too powerful. It looks like, I believe they're going to check it. And no, it's an ace here para sa VNS.
And that will be challenged as well. Ball in, ball out. That's it.
Again, you can't blame the Cabstars because they have gone on a little rally and all of a sudden competitive ulit on set number 1. Checking in for ball in, ball out here. The Cabstars have used their challenges very well. Well, it's been a very competitive first frame here between these two. The Cabstars being led by Coach Christian Antiporta, assisted by Union Acuesta, trying to get the Cabstars to the next round. What'll be a great achievement for them, and ooh, right on the line.
Ang galing nung first referee natin, no? The ball was called out, he overruled it. Challenge was made, thumb up naman kay Coach Antiporta. That's fair enough. But what about Barbie San Andres? High risk, high reward. 4.8, 2 points away.
Well, alam mo, when Barbie's on the service line, always looking to score. Panganiban.
Cut shot.
Still alive here.
Ooh.
And once more, VNS now within 1 of taking the frame.
Their own version of a 3-point run after giving up 4 straight. Look at Philip Bagalay. Southeast Asian Games bronze medalist with a diagonal winner para dito sa VNS.
Quick break here with a timeout. Let's listen in.
Pantayin na natin yung crossword nila. So, magdi-defense pattern tayo. So, mabilis yung palo. Kailangan mabilis yung reaction natin. Nagkaintindihan? O, isa pa sila. Marami pang pwede mangyari dyan. Kapit lang tayo. Kapit lang.
Go, go, go. Kaya pa yan. Tara.
Say, go!
Hey, go, go, go.
Cabstars having to play perfect volleyball here if they want to make something out of this first frame. Itong VNS, after conceding a big run from the Cabstars, finally took back the driver's seat. The serving of Barbie San Andres has been a weapon here, getting the ace just a while ago and making it difficult to handle afterwards.
Pag nawala yung defensive pattern mo, mahirapan ka talagang kumounter sa atake. Although ang ganda rin naman ng floor defense, kaya nakapatay ng bola si Bagalay.
Powerful serve once more. And that time hitting the net and giving the point to the VNS Griffins, who take set number 1, 25-19. A little scare there towards the end of the first frame. Pero itong Cabuyao Stars were not able to stop VNS from claiming set number 1. 25-19 in favor of the Griffins. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Paco Arena for the Spiker Surf 2023 Invitational Conference. The volleyball never stops. Griffins taking one over the Cabstars 25-19 in set number 1. Let's take a look at the highlights. I'm joined by Coach Ronnie Magsanok here. Coach Ronnie, what stood out for you?
Well, number one, the ability to fight back. Remember that they gave up 2 quick points, and I thought that the confidence level of the Cabstars was sky high. Dalawa sunod na panalo, magandang simula. But Sumagaysay, San Andres, heeded the call of Coach Alpha Campo to work harder and better sa kanilang net defense, and it showed. They slowed down shots, had some offensive blocks, but more than that, they were able to counter in transition. As a result, those numbers sa attack points ng Cabstars could have been more. But look at the blocking ng VNS. So, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na na-contain ng gusto. Instead, talagang naibaba nila because of the way the red shirts have been attacking relentlessly. And then, nagka-problema ng bahagya dun sa dulo with their floor defense, but eventually, yung si Barbie San Andres ang siyang nanigurado, pati si JV Sumagaysay na hindi didikit after the scores to the 21-19 on a good scoring run para sa Cabstars, but VNS finishing this first set with a 4-0 run to win by 6 laban sa Cabstars.
There's a point in the first frame towards the before the second technical timeout, itong Cabstars actually accumulated numerous errors, just giving all the momentum para sa VNS. And VNS really took control from that point on. And of course, that late rally, as you mentioned a while ago, not enough for the Cabstars to take over VNS. So let's see how they reply here dito sa set number 2. Magandang simula ng VNS in the mid part of set number 1. Let's see whether or not the Cabstars could try and slow them down here. As again, itong Cabstars are the undefeated team.
Yes.
But you would not guess that based on that first frame.
Correct. But of course, the veteran crew are wearing the teal shirts. Sila Pedrosa, sila Barbie San Andres, sila Philip Bagalay.
Sumagaysay as well.
Of course, a national player.
Of course, VNS will try to build on any momentum. Buhay pa rin dito, but then that was a gift given straight to Magsino.
Coming from Saporma. Tried to give it back sa kanyang setter na si Cruz. Instead, Magsino just made sure that he gets his 4th point of the match. And the first point once again.
Parang naging set yun para kay Magsino.
Yan na naman.
And still alive here, just barely. Now it's Magsino with the setup, but then looks like the point will go towards VNS.
They will challenge again.
So they're going to challenge an antenna touch here. So there was movement on the net. So let's see whether or not that was because a teal shirt was able to give that a move. So magandang simula dito ng Cabstars. At least sa galaw nila, nakita natin that there's more energy, more purpose in their movements dito sa simula.
Overball lang na ibibigay yung ng VNS. So they're quick to pounce. Could be a 2-point lead or a 1-all count to open up this second set.
Now the Cabuyao Stars have not been afraid to use their challenges here. In the first frame, using them liberally. So tingnan natin kung may antenna touch nga ba. It does not look like it. So that's a no from our challenge system. So it's a successful challenge here for the Cabstars.
Replay.
So we will replay that point. Absolutely right, Coach. Para sa Cabstars. And get things going here yet again. VNS looking for their first point.
Oh, but Pagalay will miss. Wide open on that reverse set.
So good start here for the Cabstars. We're going to correct that score here. Dapat 2 lang yun instead of 3. As VNS still struggling to score. Now it's 3 for the Cabstars. Adahar on the service line again, has yet to move. Dito sa set number 2. Again, magandang simula ng Cabstars. Exactly what the doctor ordered. And as I say that, sends it straight to the net for their first service error.
And check out the leading scorers so far. San Andres and Sumagaysay, both players with 5 points para sa VNS. Kabilang panig naman, teammate, ayan.
Itong si Maxino and si Doria with 4 points apiece as well.
Mga gitna.
Philip Pagalay, who
Nako.
had 3 points, had a service error given to them, gives 1 straight back.
Kanina sa unang set, nung lumamang ng maaga, kinuha nila agad. Dito, nakakatuloy-tuloy ang Cabstars. So now on top by 3.
Itong si Ramilo with 4 points, 2 attacks, a block, and an ace. All-around performance here so far. Needs a bit more. Back set and the finish.
That's what you like about Pedrosa. May not be getting majority of the touches. Pero when they go to him, will always give you positive results. Cross-court point delivered by Pedrosa for the second point.
We're seeing good production here all over the floor here para sa VNS. Maxino. Pulling one back here once more.
5 points para kay Maxino. Has been a force on in that spot all match long. Staying ahead. Kanina nagbigay sila ng 4 na sunod to lose a 2-point lead doon sa ating unang set.
Itong si Maxino looking good in terms of chasing another double-digit scoring performance here. Ball sent a bit long. Who did they look for here? San Andres. He scores off the block.
And that's why you want to give credit as well to JB Sumagaysay na napakasipag magpakagat at tumakbo dyan sa gitna. Open up that single block laban kay Barbie San Andres, who scores once again.
How much Dasik could do there?
6 points already for Barbie.
Pedrosa on the service line.
Taas. No problem for Soriano. Off the block point.
Well, kanina yung net defense of VNS was really apparent. Alam naman natin nag-focus sila in terms of yung training, in terms of getting their net defense going. Pero dito sa set number 2, has yet to really show itself as Dasik already 2 points to his name on the service line para sa Cabuyao. Sumagaysay, not that time. Adahar with the setup to the other side of the floor.
Off the
That
block.
time sent long, looking for a block touch.
They will contest that.
So they will confer before making any decisions. Again, the Cabstars up by 3 against VNS.
Walang tumawag ng out eh.
Yeah.
Yun ang sinasabi ng ating first referee.
Again, having to get this point right. So all the officials now having conversation.
Coach, may check ba sa inyo? May check ba sa inyo? Ako wala, kasi kaya ko ina-clarify ko.
It's one of the
Dito
moments
ba,
that
di ba, sir?
wala, nagtingin ng lahat eh, to see what's going to happen.
Inaantay ng first referee kung ano yung call eh. Called
So
out.
point will go to VNS.
That's why I said they will challenge that.
Yeah. And that was a challenge that we saw coming a mile away, Coach. As we take a look, the block touch challenge here through our challenge system once more. Again, the Cabuyao Stars making full use of our challenge system here. After Of course, falling behind in set number 1. Dito sa set number 2, magandang simula, 6-3 in favor of the Cabstars. Still trying to maintain that lead. As both the Cabstars and VNS eagerly await the decision. I believe we're going to have the replay here soon. The Cabstars having a bit of fun watching themselves on the big screen here dito sa Paco Arena. Ito, makita natin may block touch nga ba. And ooh, that is very close. Parang kuko.
Dulo, no?
So successful challenge there coming from the Cabstars.
Every point counts. And that's why this match is quite long in terms of running time already.
San Andres can't stop the bleeding just yet. Adahar with the setup from the back. Boy pa rin dito sa Magaysay. He sets that up. Who do they look for here?
Tight.
Net defense working for VNS. Free ball. Who do they look for? San Andres again.
Not this time. Ball clipped the net earlier on his cross-court attack. Kaya naibalik. Natatawa ako, natutuwa yung mga setters natin ay pumapalo rin. May isa kay Cruz, may isa kay Adahar. VNS looking for a scoring run. They're playing catch up here in set 2 after winning a close first set.
Already one ace para kay San Andres. Not bad time though. And changing in midair itong si Soriano.
Good drop out of position was Cruz. Good read on the defense. 4-point lead. First technical timeout para dito sa Cabstars.
We'll be right back.
You're still watching the 2023 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Nakakatuwa ang progress ng Cabstars dito sa Spikers Turf. Even Coach Kitty is surprised. But one of the reasons why they may have been, or there may have been some hindrances in that progress based on their start here today was because they have been practicing light due to players under the weather and some of them even injured. Nagkasabay-sabay daw. Well, this is inevitable. They just need to get back on track, lalo na daw sa target sa serve at. Ito na nga sila. Pau, Coach Ronnie.
Thank you very much. That was Mika Besamens with that report. Coach Ronnie, I'm sure you know how it is handling a team na minsan may bug talaga nung umiikot sa kampo.
Totoo yan. In the last 2 months, ang dami. Ang dami talaga. You just have to play through it and try to advise your players na mag-ingat. And hopefully that when game time comes, they will be fit to play. Kasi you only are with them during practice sessions. After that, ang haba ng oras na hindi mo sila kasama.
From Soriano, 4 attack points already. The blocking working there for the Cabstars. Itong sa Magaysay, taking matters into his own hands.
Just pouncing on the fact that Magsino is not around para dito sa Cabstars. So Magaysay has been unguardable yet in that position in this match. Also, a total of 6 points para kay JV Sumagaysay, the former Growling Tiger.
Taking full advantage of, as you mentioned, nawala si Magsino. Kept alive there, barely.
Excellent save coming from Sumagaysay. Kadalasan kasi yan, yung mga nagsaserve, dyan dinadala ng mga atake. Kasi wala ka pa nga sa position eh. But look at this effort coming from Sumagaysay, enabling Cruz to fake his way and give VNS a 2-point run. From high of 5, it is down to 3.
Alam ko fake talaga yan coming from Cruz, but then it felt like it was his point also. Sa Magaysay sends it straight to the net. So still a 4-point lead para sa Cabstars as VNS showing signs of life here dito sa set number 2.
Yeah, it has to happen now in terms of the rally kasi iba ang kumpiyansang dala nitong mga malalaro from Cabstars.
Doria with the serve. Magalay.
That's a miss.
Too long. But asking for a
block touch.
Block touch. So yes, they will get a block touch out of it.
No challenge this time from Coach Antiporta.
Lawrence Cruz on the service line, para sa VNS. 3-point lead for the Cabstars. VNS still playing catch-up here. Adahar. Oh, sent that straight across. Cruz with the setup. San Andres. Adahar with the setup. Free ball to deal with here.
Ooh.
Ooh, almost got into each other's way. Pero buhay pa rin dito. Who do the Cabstars look for? That was quick and that was good. Come from Magsino.
Very hard for Saporma to really defend Magsino. So both coaches utilizing their middle hitters, their middle blockers. Pag wala yung ace nung kabila sa gitna.
Six excellent sets already for Jericho Adahar.
Mahusay na bata ito.
And hanging on in what feels like forever itong si Saporna.
Ang Saporma needed that dahil hindi siya binabantayan. Una, pangalawa, kanina pa siya ni-scorean. Itong si Magsino and Cruz making the right decision.
Not necessarily known for scoring. Itong si Saporna already had 5 points in the last game.
Malaki na yun.
Adahar with the setup.
Wow.
Good block so far. Pero buhay pa rin dito. Who do they look for?
Back to back.
Back-to-back points there, as you mentioned, Coach.
And the effort to contain Magsino was there. And then this quick play. Shoot set, no problem. Down to 2 from high of 5. Yung binabanggit na natin na ngayon na kailangan makahabol itong VNS.
The momentum is coming in VNS's way, but that time scoring off the block, the Cabstars. Courtesy of Ramilo.
Right, top gun. Ramilo. Ito yung kinukwento natin kanina, beach volleyball champion, best outside spikers NCAA, from EAC Generals, mga nakatapat nila Barbie San Andres last year.
Go to the other side and
blocked.
Getting the block done. San Andres tried to save it with the foot. But then the Cabstars pull another one back.
That's a rare one. Laban kay Pedrosa was scored. Heavy points. Was that Soriano?
Soriano getting the block point there.
Even against the smaller blocker.
San Andres. Ramiro there to safeguard things. And the blocking,
smart.
Just not able to keep that in as Dasig will score.
It's not about force. And yung binabanggit ni Mika dun sa report niya kanina, placement. Reading the defense. Another run here para sa Cabstars. Pushes their output to 14 for another 5-point lead. Lumayo na naman.
That time off the blockers. Buhay pa rin dito. Ramilo still found a way to pass to the Dasig, but that time too far for Soriano.
Out of system already. Still gave the effort.
4-point lead para sa Cabstars. VNS has the chance to trim it down to 3.
Ito na.
We have Sinmar Saporna on the service line. 4 points already. Just 1 away from matching his total in the last game against PCU.
Ooh.
Siyempre, kasabi ko lang, service error.
Meron isa kay JV, may isa kay Saporna. Dagdag mo yan, 5. Abante ng Cabstars.
Ito naman si Magsino has had a great game here so far.
Yes. Leading scorer for them. What a serve.
San Andres, what a reply.
And again sa Magaysay, the perfect decoy. That's why it's important to feed your middle blockers as well. Kasi sasama, ayun, no? On the post. Single block will not get it done against San Andres.
VNS trying to make up a 4-point deficit. And Doria felt that one. And all of a sudden, is the Cabstars in the lead, going into their second technical timeout. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
professional. Isa siya yung nag-handle sa akin na coach na napaka-professional. Parang every training may iba't ibang program pero alam na alam niya yung gagawin na bawat player na sa amin na paano nila i-improve yung isang player, paano i-improve isang team. Ayun. Tsaka magaling siya mag-handle ng family.
The first ever NBA in-season tournament is here. Watch all 30 teams battle it out for the NBA Cup from November 4 to December 9, only on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live. Thank you for joining us once more. It's the Spikers Turf 2023 Invitational Conference. Cabstars with a 5-point lead against the Volleyball Never Stops Griffins, who are trying to mount a little comeback here, and Sumagaysay will try to get that started.
Another point for JV Sumagaysay. At least 7 para kay Sumagaysay. Ang daming kumakanyon para dito sa Cabstars. You have Doria, Soriano, Magsino, Ramilo. And we pointed out earlier that they had a total of 4 players in double figures doon sa huli nilang panalo. A 4-set win laban sa Philippine Air Force. Sabi mo nga, Ramilo with 15, Magsino with 12, Doria with 11, Panganiban with 12. Magsino was 10 of 24 in terms of attack rate doon sa huli nilang panalo.
San Andres with the strong serve. And that time, the blocking, the net defense of VNS unable to keep in pace.
Yun yung Panganiban na binabanggit natin kanina na nag-double figures din para sa kanila. Laban sa Philippine Air Force.
Jomar Soriano, 5 points already.
Oh.
Sent way, way outside. (17-13), VNS still in this one, but need to make a move sooner rather than later. Sabi mo nga kanina, coach, had to be done around the 10-point mark.
Yes.
Pero even at this point, may pag-asa pa.
Lumayo eh. 11-9 kanina yan eh. As Fronda announces his first entry para kay Coach Ocampo. Oops!
Oh, barely getting that in, but he'll take it.
Soft touch.
Sasabihin niya intentional daw yan, pero parang hindi yata.
JV now with a total of 8 points tied with Barbie San Andres. Tapos, may mga sumunod.
Si Saporna and Bagalay in particular with 4 points apiece.
Mababa yan kay Philip.
Yeah, it is. But we're also getting bonus points here for Saporna. And they'd love that. They'd like that. So the point will go the way of VNS. That one just hit with too much mustard.
The teal shirts will contest. O ta-timeout sila.
So the timeout yung Cabstars, the red shirts will contest
red
there.
Shirts, red shirts.
Oo, so 2-point lead. Let's listen in.
Diba? Dapat doon, every time na magsaserve sila, mas tapagad natin. Diba? Para ma-stop yung momentum nila. So pag hindi natin na-stop yan, malamang kakainin tayo ng mga yan. Diba? Ang ganda ng start natin. Tapos doon sa end, bigla tayo mag-relax na naman. Kailangan ma-stop natin yan, ha? One good pass lang, ha?
Bawi lang. Tapagad!
Well, simply put, they're trying to stop the momentum of the volleyball never stops Griffins.
Yes, ang laki ng puhunan mo kanina. Second technical timeout, 16-11 eh.
Yeah.
Since that time, 1 point para sa kanila. 4 sinungkit ng VNS.
Sinabi nga nila sa huddle nila that sayang yung magandang simula nila if they let go now. Ramilo.
Good save by Pedrosa.
San Andres.
Bagalay continues to miss.
A bit of a struggle here for Bagalay. At nakita mo medyo frustrated na siya.
Oo, I just covered their match yesterday and he was the leading scorer, or if not one of the leading scorers, and he just could not miss.
Doria, 5 points, 4 attacks, and a single block. That time sending it long, and all of a sudden it's just a 2-point lead once more as VNS are trying to steal set number 2.
Bagalay was 10 of 28 in their first win. Scored, I believe, 14 points para kay Coach Ocampo.
Grospe with the setup.
That's Bagalay. Block point. Offensive block delivered by Galay. Offense struggling, no problem. A certified two-way player itong ating beach volleyball Southeast Asian Games bronze medalist.
Well, Bagalay. We all know na, well, sinabi nga mababa yung 4 points para sa kanya. Make it 5 for him.
Yeah.
As Magsino. Si Magsino, when he goes up into the air, there's nothing bending. He just uses every inch of his height.
Saka maganda matangkad na mataas pa tumalon.
Oo.
Saka yung vertical niya, konting ano lang eh, buwelo, tas ang bilis umangat. And right now sa Magaysay, umikot na, has to sit down yung Magsino. Si Fronda naman ang task to contain Magsino na siya ang forefront ng scoring.
Well, that was important para sa Cabstars because...
Tatabla na sana.
Oo. Blocking working there for the Cabstars, and that time the facial coming the way courtesy of Cabstars.
It was Ramilio pushing them 3 points ahead. Yun ang value ni si Magaysay. Wala na siya sa loob. The blocking is definitely more efficient with si Magaysay inside. Now they're behind once again by 3.
First attack tayo, tapos nun, magandang serve. Kaya natin mapatay itong first attack. Okay? Yung play, pare-pares na sila, yung mga sikwat-sikwat. Kailangan nakaready kay sikwat, yung quicker sikwat, yung dalawang wing, yung mga wing nila, puro pa check ball. Smart.
Hey, VNS on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, you heard it there, coach. As obviously VNS 1 point came within 1 point, and all of a sudden itong Cabstars getting 2 off the bounce.
And remember, Adahar is also inside. Coming in for the secondary playmaker na si Gorospe, and different flow on offense when Adahar is inside. Oh my. Kala ko black touch ang i-challenge, but instead net touch.
Again, thank you very much for joining us here on Spiker Surf 2023 Invitational Conference on the Pilipinas Live app and website, and of course on One Sports Plus. So take a look at whether or not kung may net touch nga ba. You can see the net moving there even beforehand, but no touch. It looks like courtesy of our challenge system. So VNS will give that point away once more, and the Cabstars are looking good here towards the end of set number 2. Adahar with the serve.
There you go. Oh, still out. Philip continues to miss.
It feels like Bagalay can't find yung rhythm niya dito.
That's why Sege is coming in for Bagalay. And now, the deficit is at 5. 3 straight points para dito kala Jello Andahar na kanina pa nasa service line.
Adahar, as you mentioned, parang nakakampo na doon. 4-0 run para sa Cabstars.
4-0 na pala yan, tama, from 18-17.
Again, they came within 1, and all of a sudden, service ace again para sa Cabstars. Nothing going right here for VNS, who looks like they're going to take the loss here in the second frame, unless something happens. Let's listen in.
Harap muna kayo sa server para alam yung... Sa problema kasi wala. Nagbibigay kayo ng loophole kung saan nila pwedeng dalhin. Pakita nyo na naka-cover lahat. Kukuha ng short quicker. Kukuha yung mga opener tsaka libero, 3-man receipt sa quicker. Bakit tayo nabubutasan ng receipt? O, go tayo kung wala.
Let's go. Kuha ka pa dito. Ang lakas ng ganito. Adjust tayo.
Well, 23-17, volleyball never stops. Needs a stop here.
Parang ganito yung storya nung unang set eh. Sa kabila nga lang. Nag-run sa dulo ang VNS pagkatapos humabol ng Cabstars.
Again, coming within 18-17 itong VNS. And all of a sudden, getting a bit of help there. So let's see whether or not that can spark a mini run. And kailangan nila ng mini run.
Magello Andahar really hurt yung reception ng VNS.
Having to stay perfect here itong si Bustamante, rather si Segui.
Over ball.
And
Ramiro,
Ramiro.
yes, scoring critical points here for 6 set points.
Ramiro will take that every day. As on the service line to end this and take us to set number 3. Nakita natin the overball that Ramiro pounced on.
Tinanong namin ni Sir Seb Capo yung pronunciation ng name niya, Segui.
Segui. All right, perfect. As San Andres trying to extend this frame just a bit.
Palitan.
Boy pa rin dito, San Andres again. And that time, the blocking perfect here for Cabuyao as Magsino will claim it. 25-18 in favor of the Cabstars in set number 2. All knotted up at 1 set apiece here at the Paco Arena. What a contest between the Cabstars and VNS. Can't wait to see what set 3 will bring. Don't go away. We'll be right back. $25-18 in favor of the Cabstars here against VNS as we take a look at set number 2. Coach, parang reversal na nangyari sa set number 1 in terms of the runs and in terms of the things that really stood out for these two teams.
Well, let me put it this way. Yes, there were some at least 2 or 3 runs para sa VNS, but they never tasted the lead. So it's a wire-to-wire win para sa Cabstars in that impressive second set win. May fight back sa VNS. Pero naniniwala ako na pag tinalamang mo tong red shirts, mahirap habulin eh. And mabigat dyan yung errors ng VNS kasi marami dyan galing sa atake. Tapos yung ace na binigay nila, that was also big that went against them. Yung kill blocks naglaho para sa VNS. Dumami naman para dito sa Cabstars. And all in all, hindi naman one-sided, but a better set ang nakita natin sa Cabstars. And VNS bumaba yung level dun sa pangalawang set na pagkatalo.
As we mentioned a while ago, at least sa report ni Mika Besames, itong VNS wanted to work on their blocking, being one of the worst blocking teams sa Spikers Turf. And unfortunately for them, their blocking did not show up in set number 2 as Pagalay sends that long again.
It did in set 1, mainly through JV Sumagaysay. Pero pag umigot at nilabas na si JV, dun sila na mo problema.
Let's see whether or not they can find solutions here. Cruz with the setup. Who did they go to?
Pati depensa, mahusay itong si playmaker ng Cabstars, si Adahar.
So they got the block touch there. Talking about the Cabstars. Again, magandang simula ng Cabstars. 2-0 run.
Pero para sa akin, for VNS to be able to win this match, Bagalay has to play his usual game. May hirapan pag hindi siya naka-atake at nakapuntos.
A quick setup there. Buhay pa rin dito. Magsino sent it the other way, trying to play it quick. And that time, the blocking not really working para sa Cabstars.
Pag wala si JV, kailangan meron pa ring threat dyan sa gitna. The way Magsino has put pressure on that defense ng VNS. Siya ang key itong si Magsino for the Cabstars.
Well, don't be surprised if Bagalay finds a way to score pa rin. Pero itong si Magsino,
overreach.
A bit of an overreach there. So the point will still go to VNS. Pero nakita natin what his reach is.
Ang laki. Saka ano?
Okay, tingnan mo.
Ang bilis
straight up.
Oo.
Iba talaga yung elevation niya. Very unique here dito sa Spiker Turf. Bagalay with the serve. Dasig.
Wow. Open block. That was Lakuanan, who scored earlier para sa VNS. But Dasig stops this 2-point run for the Griffins. As we take a look at the leading scorer, the 7th best attacker in the entire team. 24 teams times X number of players per team. He is number 7 overall.
That one sent long though as VNS ties it up once more. 3 apiece. At ito kailangan talaga ng VNS. Or rather, it is 3-2 in favor of the Cabstars.
May challenge.
We will correct this because there is a challenge. Ball in, ball out. Yung challenge dito. Again, Cabuyao have been using their challenges very liberally in this game so far and have been successful overall. As we're going to try and take a better look at this. And again, not to say that, you know, we're going to spoil it for everyone, pero nakita na natin. Oh, ito. So, very clearly in.
Another ace given up here ng VNS.
So, successful challenge there para sa Cabstars. 4-2. Now in favor of Cabuyao. Ramilo on the service line. Went to San Andres. And that time, just a bit too short there para kay Lakuanan.
I saw the reaction of setter Cruz. At, bakit nga naman siya matutuwa? Tatlo na naman ang kanilang hahabulin. Ang hirap habulin ng Cabstars.
Yeah, and didn't feel like that in set number 1. It felt like VNS had their number, but it all changed in set number 2. Buhay pa rin dito. Centeno with the setup. We go to the other side, and Dasig scores again.
Si Dasig magulang pumalo eh. May not be the best in terms of vertical. Pero yung off the block point, yung swiping dun sa blockers, tapos yung off speed, yan. Yung variation, dyan siya magaling. For a 4-point lead at 6-2.
Ramiro with the serve again. Cruz with the setup to San Andres, who stops the bleeding.
Walang problema pag nasa harapan. Walang problema pag nasa back row siya. They have to milk this front line right now. Talking about the VNS. Habang nandyan si Barbie.
Yung si Barbie and Sumagaysay.
Yes, pag umikot, walang problema. Kaya importante si Bagalay.
Pero syempre may service error for VNS.
That hurts. Offense, a challenge. You give up 3 points, you stay behind by this match. Down 4, third set.
Magsino on the service line.
Pao, tignan mo si Adahar, malaki pa sa mga spikers nila eh.
Yeah.
Ang laking bagay niyan, and I will not be surprised na magiging part ng pool yan eventually. Oo, malaki pa ang Lodoria.
Of course, the height matters as well as we take
really
a look.
does.
So, nakita natin.
Ang
Doria.
ganda ng fake na yon.
Napakasimple, no? San Andres unable to get it past the blockers who was able to make sure they went across the net.
Kaliwang ginamit niya eh because that set was too close to the antenna. Used his offhand. Pero nasagot pa rin. yung kanyang palo.
8-4, first technical timeout.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf. And we talked earlier about Barbie San Andres being the ace of VNS. Pero sabi niya marami pa daw siyang gustong ma-improve at isa na dyan ang kanyang blockings dahil mahina daw siya sa larangan na yan. Sabi niya mas malakas ang legs ko kesa sa arms ko. Nakatulong daw ang pagiging badminton player niya in the past sa kanyang footwork but still working on the strength of his arms. Minsan nga daw, sa lakas ng legs niya, gusto na lang daw niyang maging cheerleader. Anong tingin niyo? Pao, Coach Ronnie?
I don't know, Coach Ronnie. What do you say about that?
Mamaya after the game, may isip ko na yan. Gifted yun pag malakas yung legs. Kasi yung arms, ito ang paniniwala ko sa former athlete. Yung arms, napapalakas.
Yes.
Yung legs, gift yun eh.
True.
So once he realizes the kind of effort and the hours that he needs to put to fortify his upper body, malaki pa yung gagaling niya. Maski anong buhat mo, hindi kita tataasan talon mo eh.
That's true, that's true. As we talk about yung verticality niya, and yeah, absolutely. So yung blocking, an issue para kay
Hindi ko
San
lang
Andres.
ma-analyze yung pagiging cheerleader. Depende na sa gusto ni Barbie yan.
That is true. We
Yeah.
need to bring in a special analyst for that. Tanungin natin si Mika ulit
Si
mamaya.
Mika kasi, oo. Si Mika. Pero ito, talaan, nananatili, lamang ang Cabstars as Barbie San Andres trying to rally the troops para sa VNS. But more than that, will Philip Bagalay snap out of this
funk?
Oo. Kailangan. Sa kaalalang-alala ko kahapon, holds an NCAA record of scoring 45 points.
So let's see whether or
kahusay.
not ma-activate itong si Bagalay. But at the meantime, itong Cabstars with a 4-point lead here with Garcia on the service line.
Tumatawag na si Cruz ng yung pattern na parating. Yan.
And the setup and the score, but it will be a net touch first.
Masakit. No movement on the part of Coach Ralph. No contest.
Well, it would have counted had had the ball fallen before the net was touched. Pero
masakit.
Nauna yung net touch.
Biggest lead.
Who do they look for here?
Nako.
Time sa Magaysay. Too much mustard on that one.
First miss for JV sa Magaysay. Nako, lumalayo na ito. 11-5 from an 8-4 scoreline. Reaching the first technical timeout. Another 3-1 run generated by Cabstars.
Nakakapunta sila dahil hindi tayo dumagal.
Hinga. Balik tayo.
Play smart. Tayo mag-control ng game. Nagpapakontrol kayo sa galaw nila eh. Kayo mag-dictate ng pace. Huwag kayo magpadala sa kanila. O ano speed nila, o iba speed natin. Hindi yung parang sasabayan. Hindi naman ganun yung galaw natin eh. Ano yung pinapractice natin na galaw, yun yung gawin natin. Huwag yung baguhin. Iba eh.
Trabaho tayo.
Win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, asking for more control of the game, asking to really take the game by the scruff of the neck. Pero napakahirap yan considering that Cabstars are playing the way that they are. Garcia on the service line here. Tingnan natin yung mga attack faults dito sa set number 3. 4 para sa VNS, 2 para sa Cabstars.
Masakit. Margin for error when you're down is paper thin. They will miss again.
And asking for a block touch here. The challenge on the floor is a block touch, and itong si Bagalay has been trying really hard here.
But he still has to get his touches para sa akin dahil Pedrosa, Bagalay, San Andres, Magaysay, that's it.
So let's see as we see Coach Ocampo de Guzman using that challenge. And VNS, after what was a good opening frame, struggling here in this game so far.
Si Sally hindi pa naipapasok, ano? Had 7 points in their 5-set win.
Looking for a block touch and ooh, they're getting it on the pinky.
Bagalay needed that. And VNS needed that point more. Shot on the arm sa confidence bank nitong si Philip Bagalay.
Nakwanan is back in the game. Playing at the front alongside Bagalay.
Nakwanan made a good account of himself in their previous win. Played 4 sets, scored 9 points.
And that time, the block works for VNS. It abandoned them in set number 2.
It was a missing piece. First time I've seen emotions of Philip Bagalay since that first set win. Augurs well para sa VNS. Kanina, 6. Ngayon ay ibaba sa 4.
Sumagaysay on the service line here. Cruz with a setup. Going to the other side. Bagalay couldn't score then.
Bilis. Sablay.
Itong si Doria.
Sablay, oo.
Yeah,
Wide.
unable to get a touch or keep it in. Pero may ball in, ball out challenge dito para sa Cabstars.
Whoever wins the set moves themselves just 1 set away from winning this match.
And of course, with the rewards that comes with para sa Cabstars, kung nanalo sila,
Papasok na yan.
to the next round, practically speaking, virtually speaking. At sa kabilaan man, VNS will keep their hopes alive for advancing to the next round. Kaya napaka-importante, lahat ng mga puntos dito.
Konti lang ang laro, 5 lang eh.
Everything will be challenged here, and I can tell you right now, this is very close as we're taking a look at the challenge system here. Siyempre, I'd like to say we're eavesdropping a bit as we take a look at the challenge system. It is going to be very, very tight here. Ball in, ball out. And I believe we are ready to show the results of the challenge system. Here we are.
Nako.
That's how close that is. That's an in. Barely. But that's a successful challenge there. Eagle eyes coming from Cabuyao.
They've been doing this at a very high rate, no? Some beses lang sila sumala eh.
12-7 in favor of the Cabstars here. VNS were trying to steal momentum. But that time will be happy enough.
Sa reaction ni Doria. But still, you got that point earlier. Imagine mo kung nakuha yun ng VNS tapos nagkamali kayo on the return play. 2 na lang yan.
Cruz on the service line here. Ramilo. Kept alive. Bagalay.
Shoot.
Magsino.
Look at the effort coming from Adahar.
And Adahar had to go way down to set that up.
Magsino repays the effort. Scoring another critical point para sa Cabstars. Bakit critical? Kasi kanina humahabol na yung VNS eh. Ayun, umakit muli sa 5.
13-8. It should be the count, but I believe there's a conversation being had here. So the point will still go to the Cabstars anyway, 13-8.
Inantay lang.
Yeah.
Ng table.
Adahar, who's had a great game here so far. Definitely impressed Coach Ronnie.
Oh, yes.
Bagalay finally gets a hit.
Right. Down the line. He missed at least 4 of those type of shots. As Ron Medalla, who had a service error earlier, comes back in here in set number 2 with VNS still behind by 4 at 13-9.
That's another look at Bagalay's hit, and I don't think there was a player who needed it more in this game. Medalla.
Oh.
Sends that long. Mahirap na kaming service specialist.
Look at the reaction of Coach Walpo Campo. Dati kasi jump serve si Ron eh.
Yeah.
Pero lakas, no? Konting-konti.
Ramilo.
And they misread once again. It has happened to them at least 3 or 4 times. No? Sabi nga ni Coach Ralph, ayusin niyo yung posisyon niyo kasi nakagilid sila paminsan. So doon talaga dinadala. Misread by the libero. Cruz and nasakit.
Ramilo. That time, service error, gives a point straight away.
Umakyat na sa 6, buwaba na kanina yan sa halos 2. Ngayon, nasa 5. Kabanta ng Cabstars at palitan lang ng palitan sa kanila, walang problema. Another setter here coming in. Si Mantahinay will be the designated server. I saw him play yesterday.
Si Mantahinay didn't score in the last game.
Meron pa silang isang setter, teammate, si Lopez na hindi naka-line up dito but played yesterday. Matangkad. Matangkad na playmaker.
Of course, for those wondering, they also compete in the PNVF.
Oh.
What do they look for here? Magsino. And Magsino getting that point and pushing the Cabstars into a 16-10 lead. That leads us into our second technical timeout. We'll be right back.
Professional. Isa siya yung nag-handle sa akin na coach na napaka-professional. Parang every training may iba't ibang program pero alam niya yung gagawin na bawat player na sa amin na paano nila i-improve yung isang player, paano i-improve isang team. Ayun. Tsaka magaling siya mag-handle ng family.
Watch the NBA 2K League APAC Invitational Tournament presented by Signal this November 17 and 18 at 4:30 p.m. live only on NBA TV Philippines and Pilipinas Live.
Pwede.
Of course, maraming esports scene natin dito.
Medal sport din sa Southeast Asian Games.
And could soon be an Olympic sport.
Right. But the problem continues para sa VNS. Down 2 earlier. Now behind by 7. The biggest lead. 8-4 for technical timeout. Tapos 16-10, lumobo na.
So they look like a completely different team to what we saw in set number 1. And as I say that, of course,
that's Segi.
Segi getting a point.
Going to zone 1. Let's see if somebody else aside from Bagalay and San Andres will be able to help out VNS. Pati si Pedrosa sa kanilang opensa. Na ngayon ay tigang.
It feels that as Segi sends it straight to the net, it feels like even San Andres has slowed down here dito sa set number 3.
Pag nasa likod siya kasi talaga mahirap puntahan. Kaya nga binabalasan ni Cruz yung pasa. Pero since hindi pupuntos yung iba, tapos si JV ay Sumagaysay ay tatahimik na rin sa gitna, wala kang mapuntahan.
Itong si Nathan Gorospe is on the service line here. Kanina in set number 2. Napaka-importante siya in helping close that out.
Tama. Ganda nilaro nito.
Of course, checking in is Panganiban as well. Panganiban scored a double-digit figure. 12 last time around against
San Andres with a cut shot.
Force, but of course, San Andres silencing the Cabstars for just a moment.
Ang problema, sa likod na naman siya.
Already has an ace to his name. Itong si San Andres scoring in that first frame from the service line. Getting a bit of help from the tape.
Excellent reception by Ramilo.
That's looking better here for VNS.
That's the best sequence I've seen for VNS. Dating back to, I believe, the first technical timeout o yung bahagyang habol nila pero yung smoothness ng execution, ayun na yun. Nung first set, marami yun.
Marby San Andres still on the service line. Wouldn't mind staying there a bit longer. San Andres with the serve. Panganiban. Straight to Coach Ronnie Magsano.
And very important point para sa Cabstars dahil VNS trying to gather momentum. Instead, they're 1 point away from hitting the 20th point. And they're still 6 points ahead of VNS. Mahirap talagang habulin ng Cabstars. pag nakalamang.
Josh Garcia with serve. Pancake save.
That's a good ball. That's not. Overpass.
Again, sayang effort there, but then VNS would gladly take that. As Magaysay is on the service line once more para sa VNS. 9 points already. One away from hitting double figures.
Wow.
But Panganiban unable to finish there. Buhay pa rin dito. Ramilo. And Magaysay couldn't save it. And San Andres pushes the ad board, pero Ramilo will take the point to push it to 20.
You see the way Ramilo is built. You can sense that he is a power hitter. Heavy hands, definitely. The leading scorer puts them 6 points clear of VNS Griffins at this stage of the third set.
Huwag kayong kasi naka-base sila eh. Kailangan yung paggalawin B or back quick or mag-run para magkaroon ng option yung setter natin ng ng opening. Kasi yung problem is, kanina pa tayo A ng A, halos lahat ng pins natin double block. Tapos, pag naalanganin naman yung pin, ayaw naman natin humataw, ayaw natin discard. Ngayon, ang gawin natin, stick tayo dun sa play 1 natin, pag maganda receive play 1. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 3, 1, 2, 3! Go! Go! Go!
Few technical adjustments there para sa VNS.
Specific.
Very specific adjustments. So let's see whether or not that will pay dividends here against a Cabstars team that has been running away with it, to be completely honest here dito sa frame na to.
Crucial yung challenge ko na pumabor sa kanila eh.
Yung ball in, ball out.
Kasi ayun na eh, yun na yung puntong yun. Sa dulo mahirap talaga. Mahirap nang habulin ito. And that's why I was trying to reiterate the fact that it has to be an early rally or else it's going to be detrimental or disastrous para sa kanila, and that is what we are seeing right now.
As we see Doria on the service line here, 20-14. Yan natin mga leading scorers dito para sa Cabstars. Si
Dami yan, ano?
7 attacks already.
11 na.
Yeah, 1 block and 3 aces to make it 11 points. Kung si Magsino naman, 10 points through 9 attacks and a single block. And that time,
Lakwanan with a quick.
Haven't heard much from Lakwanan here today.
Dalawa para sa kanya. Isa si Segi. Pero sila Dasig nakakatulong, sila Doria, sila Panganiban. Mas may diin yung kanilang impact dito.
Better blocking here being
First
shown
one.
by VNS.
Oh, but they still scored off the block.
Net touch.
Tignan mo nga naman kung kailan mabablock si Magsino.
Let's see whether or not we can take a look at that again. Or either way, the point will go to the Cabstars. So a couple of changes here. Adahar back in as well as Dasig.
21 points already at this stage.
Itong si Adahar, so impressive.
Him and Magsino, silang dalawa.
Yung connection nila, no? Really quick.
Hindi mabantayan eh. Oh yes, that's what I know of Ron Medalla, really. Super scorer, getting floor time finally. Let's see if he can do more. Down 5.
Ron Medalla. Well, we all know of the potential here of the VNS Griffins, or at least individually. But so far, haven't seen too much. As Magsino, second chance. Wala pa rin.
Oh.
Barbie tried to make something out of nothing, tried to become more inventive, but
hindi siya sanay sa mga off-speed talaga. Cruz, the playmakers, reaction once again. Says it all, yung body language na talagang, ay, nakakapanghinayang, sobra.
Ramilo with the serve. And VNS will pull one back.
Lakwanan leaving VNS at 17 point on the third set.
Another look at that. Cruz with an inch-perfect set.
Uy.
Sends that long.
Again, the reaction of Cruz. Siya yung pinapanood ko dahil every time they get an all-important point, they give up a free point on the next play. That's why the lead has stayed this much. That's an ace.
And another moment that may konting misread again, but I believe they're going to challenge this. Going to Gonna challenge the ball in, ball out in a bid to pull 1 point back and hopefully extend this frame and give themselves a puncher's chance. And it's gonna be another tight decision here. Kakasilip ko lang sa challenge system natin.
Hindi mo na napigilan.
Oo, hindi ko mapigilan. I want to see what happens. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's another close decision. So, take a look at that here. Right there, or maybe not that close. So, either way, it's a ball in here and an ace once more for the Cabstars.
And Magsino, definitely a big ace today here for the Cabstars. Actually, hindi lang today. For the third straight match. And that's why this team is still unbeaten up to this point of the competition.
Set point here para sa Cabstars, sending that long. So VNS will see how far they can push this. Segi on the service line. Safe serve.
Good hide. That's Dasig. Kaya sinasabi ko, mas maraming point of attack. Itong Red Shirts who had a total of 10 attack points. Ang nakasakit sa VNS, 11 unforced errors. And that's why they will lose by this much and they will be down 2-1 dito sa laban ng VNS versus Cabstars.
Let's see whether or not the Cabstars can end it in set number 4. We'll be right back. Don't go away. (25-18) in favor of the Cabstars at the end of set number 3. 2-1 in favor of the Cabstars after taking a loss in set number 1, 25-19. Pero coach, it felt that this Cabstars team, especially in that set number 3, had more measure of control against a VNS team who, one, were struggling to work on the thing that they were working on, which is blocking, and second, had a hard time keeping the errors out of their game here, coach.
At dun sa errors na 11 na nangyari laban sa VNS, ang dami rin attack errors. When they were supposed to score, it turned out to be a free point for the other side. Yung mga attack points na nakuha nila ng dulo that enabled them to reach 10 attack points was not enough because by that time, the inevitable was going to happen sooner than soon. And Dasig, Magsino, Soriano, saka ang ganda nung balance ng first at second units. And the numbers that stands out yung opponent's errors. That's nearly 40% of the total output para sa Cabstars given up by VNS. At mahirap pakabalik. Pag every time pupuntos ka, nabihirang dumarating, may kapalit o sukli na 3 points sa kalaban. Kumbaga palitan tayo, lamang kami ng 4 o 5. Yun ang nangyari sa dulo. Right now, VNS will lose steam after winning the first set. Akala natin maganda na. Cabstars recovering. Composure is there. Now ahead 2-1 and only 1 set away from winning their third straight match.
Well, you know, the service line also became a weapon para sa Cabstars. It felt like, though, that for VNS, a lot of those aces were misreads.
Wala sa posisyon At pinunto ni Coach Ocampo kanina, ni Coach Rab, na hindi tayo nakaposisyon. Kaya butas na butas tignan. The base position is not there.
Now here we are in set number 4. VNS trying to stay alive here. Again, a loss here for VNS might virtually eliminate them from the running. May pag-asa pa, but then still, it won't all be in their hands. Pero para sa Cabuyao naman, a win here will not necessarily guarantee, but then will show the best probability.
Chance, yes,
to move on to the next round, as that time sent a bit too long, and this may be one of the first times wherein lalamang ang VNS since set number 1, but it will be challenged.
Oh, hindi challenge. Ayaw ni
Oh,
coach.
hindi challenge, so they'll keep it. So
Sabi
VNS will
first
have
time
it.
nakalamang in all sets. Sa unang point.
Yeah, sa unang point. At the heart of the setup, and Ramilo will take one back, or rather send it wide.
Best start here for VNS. Back-to-back attack errors coming from their number 1 attacker. Si Ramilo. Although ang leading scorer nila ngayon ay si Magsino, I believe.
Pagalay. And set a bit long. So first point here of the Cabstars, courtesy of a service error. Naman si Joshua Ramilo. 11 points already. And so si Lacuana unable to finish it. San Andres will get it back. And Ramilo, the defensive effort. And first to the net is VNS.
Is that Segi again? Straight to
Pedrosa.
Pedrosa's back. Oh, they need him badly. With Philip Magalay still struggling at this stage. Good start here para sa VNS, up 2 points.
Who did he look for? Barbie San Andres. Back to San Andres again. Ramiro there to cover. Dasig.
Block touch, sasaktan si Dasig sa pull siya.
There'll be a block touch here. I do not know if they're going to challenge it. It looks like
they will not.
They will not challenge it. May honesty system sila.
Talaga?
Oo. Apparently, they nag-usap pa sila ng konti.
Parang wala akong nakita dyan sa mga hawak. Walang HS, ah. Sa Batanes meron nun.
Batanes?
Oh, yung honesty store. Walang bantay
oh,
eh.
True. Yes,
bantay.
meron yun.
I've been there. Talagang hinanap namin eh. Daming laman.
Yeah.
Walang tao.
Of course, way up north. I've been there once, and I've also seen that. So again, the blocking for VNS.
At least it's there. With
it's
Sumagaysay. Si Sumagaysay talaga yung pinakamasipag. In fact, na-block niya si Magsino kanina eh.
Pero how to convert it? Remember, number 22 sa rankings out of all of the teams here, itong VNS.
Kaya hinahanapan na sila eh. 2-point run here. First point for Cruz. Beating Dasig, who tried to get to that position for the coverage.
Well, Dasig hitting the deck there. Actually, si Dasig, I believe, a while ago while lining up for the service, take a look at Cruz scoring that.
Masikwat lang.
Actually asked whether or not there was something on his eye, I believe.
Doon siya tinamaan.
Oo.
Doon siya tinamaan. Good block. That's Sumagaysay again.
Much needed para sa VNS. As they take a 3-point lead here, VNS finally looking like they have some rhythm. The first time we've seen it since set number 1.
That's the experience coming from Sumagaysay and the quality. That's a middle blocker, really.
Barbie San Andres all camped up on the service line again, and that time sends it long.
11 errors in that third set loss. Trying to stay alive and push this match into a 5th set. They figured in a 5-setter last time they played, which they won.
Garcia with the serve. Sumagaysay trying to get that off the block. Good coverage there. They go back to Bagalay. Asking for a touch.
Called out. No contest.
So they will not contest that?
Kanina lahat quick draw eh, di ba? Sa pag-challenge eh. They down to 1 from a high of 3.
Who did they look for here? That one just with a bit too much mustard in that for Jeremy Pedrosa.
Right. Went to zone 6, scored a point earlier.
And all of a sudden, tight ball game here,
Right.
Coach.
5-1 counter after being 5-2 counter para sa mga nakapula after being down at 4-1 earlier.
And so Magaysay with a bit more finesse.
Even on a miss hit, so Magaysay will score. That ball was short. That ball will drop. That ball gives them a 7-6 advantage here in the fourth set.
Much better here from VNS as we take a look at some Magaysay, who just found a way to finesse it in. Adahara with the setup.
Oh!
And it felt like a miscommunication there from VNS.
But I think San Andres was trying to defend the long ball. Nabitin si Doria, so he just swiped it. That ball dropped where San Andres was not in a position. Sa likod.
Magalay had to adapt and finds a way to score anyway. 8-7 in favor of the VNS as they go to our first technical timeout with a slim 1-point lead. We'll be right back.
You are still watching the 2023 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. For VNS, so far so good, but there were some reminders. First, they have to give their setter more options. Second, yung first attack, hindi daw makapag-first attack kahit may pass. Hindi nila makonvert ang first ball. Coach Ralph also asked the wing Spikers to be more creative and pass the ball to the middle. Actually, naglabas din pala si Coach Ralph ng one big plastic of chocolates dito sa sideline for more energy. Whatever works, right? Pao, Coach Ronnie?
Thank you, Mika. I'm assuming nakakuha ka rin ng chocolates. If not, I am incredibly disappointed.
Nakita ko yan, nilalakad nila rito. Munti ko nang abutin. Dito. Yung malaking plastic.
Well, if they need more energy, well, at least we know that they have the material for it. Let's see whether or not VNS could...
Sugar rush.
But actually, but then right there's no real coverage as it's all tied up. 8-all.
Grabe si Magsino. Bright future awaits this young man. That tall, that quick, with that length. Saka mautak maglaro eh.
Adahar on the service line.
What a serve.
And kept alive here, barely. But what an effort from VNS. And that time, 3 guys came up for the block. Didn't need it because that went long.
Good break for VNS. Ramili was wide open, but misses another down-the-line shot.
Pagalaya on the service line here. Dasig. San Andres. Lacuanan able to keep that alive. They go back to San Andres. Barbie couldn't score then. Adahar looking for Magsino. That was one of their pet plays.
Net touch.
So net touch against the Cabstars. So VNS chipping away here. Struggling for the points, but at least they're getting it. Si Bagalay on the service line. Dasig with the reception. Adahar to Magsino.
Magsino being contained right now.
Again, the net D working here for VNS. The coverage there.
Diba si Dasig magulang pumalo? Hindi katangkaran, hindi kataasan tumalon, pero mahusay gumawa ng paraan.
1-point lead para sa VNS after Cabstars pull one back. Itong si Ramilo on the service line for the red shirts.
Nice.
Kept alive here by Adahar. Dasig. Had to be creative there. San Andres with a bit of finesse. We go to the other side.
Wow.
And that time off the block.
Napapalakpak si Coach Antiporte. They were on their heels in that last rally. Magsino, nakita mo yung haba. One-hand dig, leading to display. And walang break ball. Walang out-of-system play. Finding a way to score. Ties the count once again at 10.
That was Josh Garcia with that point.
Ooh.
And what a reply coming from VNS. Jeremy Pedrosa.
Staying ahead at 11-10. Better offense para sa VNS.
Well, in the last game for Pedrosa, 4 points only, but needing every single bit of it here. Adahar with the setup to Dasig. Way pa rin dito. Hinahanap si San Andres. San Andres. They go to the other side this time. And that time, able to score once more. Courtesy of Pedrosa.
When wing spikers are scoring, it's easier para kay Cruz na may mapuntahan. With Sumagay also there as a scoring threat sa gitna. And San Andres, that front line has been doing well para sa VNS. We're ahead once again by a couple points.
Well, gumagana ata yung sugar rush ng VNS dito.
Tignan nga natin si Mika.
San Andres.
What a block by Dasig on a single block effort. Block point delivered by Dasig, who continues to play well here para kay Coach Antiporta.
1 point lead para sa VNS. But Cabstars knocking on the door. Chance to tie here. Magsino sends it straight to the net. 2 point lead once more.
Isang panalo, isang pagkatalo sa VNS, 1-1. Dalawang sunod na panalo para sa Cabstars, 2-0.
Trying to force a fifth set here, talking about VNS. Andahar with the setup. And unable to reach that with a pancake save. So the Cabstars within one once more.
Closest set that we have seen, no? Since that first set na napanalo ng VNS.
Dasig on the service line. Great contribution, 11 points, 9 attacks,
Galing.
and 2 blocks. As this is someone who only scored 2 points in their last game against the Air Force.
A lot of players helping out offensively for the red shirts. Ang bigat ng rotation nito, lahat ng pinapagana nitong si Adahar have been able to deliver. Kaya mahirap bantayan ang kanilang offense, tying the count of 13, erasing a 2-point deficit.
Dasig trying to take the lead here para sa Cabstars. VNS trying to pull away again. And San Andres with a heavy hand.
Oh.
Free ball to deal with. What do they look for here?
Excellent play, yes, with a dump.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Sensing that the defense was eagle-eyed on San Andres.
14-13, VNS with the lead.
No surrender on the driver's seat para sa VNS. Pahinga si Adahar at si Dasig. Pasok. Panganiban at si Gorospe. Minsan nga, niliit ng lineup sa loob ng, ng Cabstars.
Barbie San Andres on the service line. Trying to regain a 2-point advantage here. Gorospe with the setup.
That's long.
Sent a bit long, but I believe there was a touch. Yeah.
It was Garcia again. Garcia like Dasig, that really a very tall wing spiker.
And remember, Garcia only scored 1 point against the Air Force in their last game.
Apat nga yung nag-double figures, pero si Panganiban di naman masyado naglalaro dito at they give up a free point.
And VNS will gladly take that.
Nagwa-warm up na dito ang Nationals.
But if VNS had their mind, or if VNS had their way rather, they'll say, you need to warm up a bit longer. Kasi baka matagal to. Gorospe with the setup.
Bitin.
Bagalay. Trying to keep that alive. They do
Nice
get
play
that
by
across.
Bagalay.
San Andres
Bitin
also with a
ulit.
defensive effort. Bagalay. Wala pa rin. Gorospe sending that up.
Free ball again.
What can they do here though? They look for Bagalay.
Excellent floor defense.
Good rally here shown by these two. Cruz.
Six
And
chances.
finally ends.
6 chances versus 1 para sa Cabstars. So VNS's too many opportunities given will bring it home. 2-point lead. Second technical timeout. Griffins ahead by 2.
Inspiration. Si coach yung tumutulong para ma-align yung mga pangarap ng mga bata na yun sa volleyball at sa pag-aaral. To coach, thank you sa pag-align sa mga pangarap namin, sa pangarap ng lahat. Sana pagpatuloy mo pa yung pagtulong sa ibang tao sa mga pangarap nila. Kaya natin to this season.
Watch the NBA 2K League 8-pack Invitational Tournament presented by Signal this November 17 and 18 at 4:30 p.m. live only on NBA TV Philippines and Pilipinas Live. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here on Spikers Turf 2023 Invitational Conference, where the Cabstars are looking to pull back again against VNS, trying to end it here in set number 4. Lamang ang Cabstars 2-1, but VNS have shown us that they are still a fighting animal dito sa set number 4.
Nip and tuck affair here dito sa ating pang-apat na set. Akit sa dalawa, bababa sa isa or magtatabla.
But so far, no team really could create a difference as Lacwanan able to push that through.
Against the triple block. Good quick play. Generated by Cruz, still ahead by 2 points sa ating fourth set.
We haven't really heard much about Lacwanan here in this game, but actually scored 9 points last time para sa VNS
Parang
against
may apat
VCU.
na rin siya rito mula sa nakalipas na set at hanggang dito. Tatlo na to. Buhay pa. Overreach.
An overreach there, so that will go the way of VNS. Grabe yung effort ni San Andres. Trying to save that, but then obviously didn't need to. 18-15, timeout on the floor, courtesy of the Cabstars. That's isn't it.
Natawagan na tayo ng ganun. O, kailangan natin marid lang, ha? O, kailangan natin ma-stop, ha? Stop tayo. Diskati ka, iho, ha? Saka bubo ka siya. Ha? Hindi makadiskati ka. Bawa, ha? Go, kuya, bawa. Hey, tayo, tara. Tara. Tatlo. Isa-isa. Gapang tayo, gapang. Tara. Sir!
Again, still trying to fight for every single point here. Talking about the Cabstars, who now trail by 3 against VNS. Nakita natin kanina that both these teams are capable of going on little runs of their own. The Cabstars in particular have gone on a couple of 4-0 runs in this game so far. They'll need one here. Gorospe with the setup. Panganiban couldn't finish. Go to the other side. Talking about VNS. It's still alive here. Who do they look for? Ramilo.
Oh, that's a miss. Oh, block touch.
Asking for a block touch, I believe.
Wala nang nagcha-challenge dito sa mga coaches, kaya ang ganda na ng flow no?
Actually, I think it was Lacwanan who admitted to his coaching staff that siya yung naka-block touch.
Honesty system.
Oh, honesty system. Taga-Batanes ata to eh.
That's good.
Jericho Adhar, 12 excellent sets already. Has had a fantastic game here so far. Lacwanan, second chance, not there. Adhar with the setup. Good blocking shown by VNS at that time.
Ooh.
And as I say that, sends it outside.
Cabstars making a move. Back-to-back points are coming from the red shirts.
Well, sinabi nga natin that they are capable of little runs. They've gone on a 4-0 run a while ago. I think it reached up to 5-0 run. So tingnan natin whether or not the Cabstars can continue that here. Or can VNS pull away once more? Pedrosa, not that time. He pushes it across. Who did he look for here?
Tight.
Dasig unable to save it.
Unfortunate para sa red shirts. Had a chance. Kanya lang. Para sa Cabstars, yung pass ni Garcia ay masyadong dikit.
Philip Bagalay, 9 points already in this game. And the blocking finally coming to life here for VNS. It feels like yung blocking nila yung nagiging bellwether nila
Totoo,
in terms of the frames.
But Lakwanan making himself matter. Ramil scored 2 points off him earlier. He restores a 3-point lead on that block point at 20-17. The dead hit continues. Whether or not this match will end in 4 or do we play a 5th and final set.
Centeno with the setup to Dasig. And all of a sudden, VNS and their net defense has come to play. 21-17.
Even without JV Sumagaysay.
And that is going to be key here for VNS as Cabstar call for time.
Una-una, wala tayong pass. Diba? Kaya tumatawa-tawa na lang tayo. Na-anticipate tayo ng blockers. Diba? It's sa lahat, di tayo nagko-cover. Tama. O, edi, tingnan yung score. Ang layo na bigla. Diba? Maging mindful tayo dun sa every bola na pupunta sa atin. Nagkaintindihan? O, madami pa yan, ha? Malayo pa yan. Unti-untiin natin, ha? Unti-untiin lang, ha? Go.
21-17, and the Cabstars are still hopeful that they can take the frame away from VNS despite the lead. Bagalay on the service line. Well, it's 9 points in the game. Pero alam naman natin that his ceiling is much higher than the 9 that he showed. Magsino couldn't get the finish there. San Andres.
Wow, what a sequence for Barbie San Andres. Magsino, whom VNS could not defend in the first 3 sets, suddenly has been held scoreless for a long while. As Soriano finally sees floor time after an excellent performance in the first 2 sets. Pero ito, VNS smiling themselves to a 5-point lead, 3 points away from forcing this match to go into a 5th and final set.
Adahar with the setup. And that time,
the touch.
Yeah, the net touch going the way of the Cabstars. 22-18.
Yung magandang simula ng VNS in the 4th set. That was key para sa kanila.
Feels like the team that starts out better, at least overall before the first technical timeout, matters. As itong si San Andres tried to swipe that across the blockers, but then missed everything.
Using his left once again. Second time he's done that, but this time, makikita mo talagang very wide yung palo niya. 3-point lead para sa kanila.
Josh Ramilo with the serve. Barbie San Andres. Kept alive here. They go back to San Andres. And that time, oh, kept alive there, barely. But nothing stopping that one.
Big assist coming from Lakwanan here in this 4th set. Yes, come alive. Even without JV Sumagaysay on the floor.
And speaking of Sumagaysay, now back in the game.
The finishers.
As Lakwanan will take a quick seat.
Mantahina is back as the designated server.
23-19, VNS trying to extend this to set number 5. They lead and only need 2 to force a 5th set. Pero itong si Dasig able to answer back and push to 20. Si Lakwanan will come back in. (23-20). Magsino, 12 points already. Sends it straight to the net, and VNS are 1 away from making this a 5-setter.
He played seamless in the first 3 sets, no? Has struggled here in the 4th.
And VNS sends that long. Cabstars still alive here. 24-21. Having to pitch a perfect game here in the rest of set number 4 rather. San Andres kept alive here. Adahar looking for Soriano. San Andres again. Buhay pa rin dito. And the point will go to VNS, who forces set number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, when I knew Coach Ronnie Magsanak was going to be my partner, alam ko na magpa-5 sets tayo. VNS and Cabstars will go to a 5th frame. We'll be right back. Don't go away. At the end of 4 frames, we go to a 5th one, 2 sets apiece. VNS coming back 25-21 against the Cabstars after a set 4 that we believe was punctuated, Coach, by their strong start here, which they took all the way to a win in set number 4.
Dito sa set number 4, lamang pa ng attack points ang Cabstars eh. But definitely that effort on defense and the floor defense that Barbie San Andres really fortified. Yun ang key. They were able to transition well. Cruz was on point with his ball distribution. And lamang pa sila ng dalawa sa attack points eh. And Lakwanan figured prominently. So Magaysay also had his brilliance. But all in all, I thought that that was the first set that Cruz was able to outplay Adahar and Gorospe. And as a result, better offense para sa VNS. And the net defense was omnipresent for them, winning and sending this match into a 5th and final set. Napaborito pong set ng aking kasama ngayon. 5th set.
The 5th set. Oh, we want more volleyball for everyone.
Sa susunod na pre-game namin, yun ang uunahin kong sabihin.
O sige, tignan natin kung which will happen right after this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Pero let us now focus on this set number 5.
The 5th set.
The 5th set. The favorite set of Coach Ronnie Magsanak.
Uy.
Oh, sige, ako rin. Favorite set ko na rin. As we go to set number 5 between VNS and the Cabstars, na-mention nga natin that it feels like VNS takes the win in terms of the frames when their net defense is working well.
Especially against Ramilio. Nakita mo naman, di lumulusot eh. Yung mga palo niya, and they missed a lot of attack opportunities, lalong-lalo na doon sa umpisa. 9 unforced errors para sa kanila. That's a lot. Samantalang ang VNS, who had 11 in that set 3 loss, only had 6 to the bare minimum.
Well,
race to 15.
VNS will get us started here in this race to 15 or maybe even beyond. Tingnan natin if we get to that point. But the Cabstars and VNS contesting here. Cabstars, a win will see them virtually make it to the next round. VNS will stay alive if they win, and a loss could virtually eliminate them dito sa Invitational Conference. And off the block.
10 for Bagalay. That's the start that they need. Of Adahar.
We saw a while ago, dito sa set number 4, it was the strong start that really propelled VNS forward.
Right.
Adahar with the setup to Ramilo. Buhay pa rin dito. That time, getting that off through a block.
Tight. Rally. Close exchange. 1 point VNS. Getting the first point. Red shirts getting 1 point back.
take a look at Pedrosa pushing that forward. Hinahanap si Ramilo and looking for a block touch. They're going to get it. They're going to look for a check ball. And that is the case. So lamang ang Cabstars dito, 2-1 in what is set to be a high-tension environment, or at least it's growing to be. Si Lacuana getting the point, but it'll be a net touch anyway. So let's see what Pagalay could do on the service line. Ramilo finding a way to score.
That's the first soft hit coming from Ramilo off speed, but I thought that he saw the opening. So depensa lang VNS who were converged doon sa mga dulong zones trying to protect kay Long, a rather strong hit. So wala pang kalamangan para sa... Ito pala, ang kalamangan para sa Cabstars who are ahead by 1, but San Andres says we still need that second win to keep our hopes alive of making it to the quarterfinals.
So at the moment, 3 apiece here.
Mabilis ang palitan.
But no team taking a strong advantage here. Normally leading by 1, then binabalik yung lead as the Cabstars get the lead courtesy of a service error. Ito naman si Magsino's had a great ball game here so far on the service line para sa Cabstars. Looking for San Andres again. And San Andres just hammered that off the chest of Magsino.
Sabi ni Mika sa report niya kanina, mahina yung upper body ni Barbie. Paano?
Ano yan mahina?
butas ang dibdib. Iron Man ang labas mo.
Oo nga eh. At the heart with the setup to Soriano. All tied up at 4 apiece. Soriano with the soft touch. San Andres
again.
Great coverage. Now operating up front. Feels like a different player itong si San Andres kapag nasa harap. So Magaysay just hit that forward with a soft touch.
So Magaysay once again making himself matter when it matters the most. Pero alam mo, nakikita ko rito 11 points para kay San Andres. Pero yung two-way plays ni Barbie, yun ang mabigat eh, sa depensa. And digs, sa king effort na takbo ng takbo eh.
Adahar with the setup. And Doria with the finish. And no one is getting away here. 5-all.
What a set.
You know, very recently there was a game na fit set. It ended 24-22.
Bakit alam mo?
Alam ko kasi I watched Spikers Turf on Pilipinas Live and on One Sports Plus.
I watch you.
Oh, and baka nandun rin ako din. I'm not saying anything, but let's now focus.
Ayan ang favorite number mo.
On Gorospe.
5.
Gorospe with the serve here para sa Cabstars. As San Andres hammers that across the blockers. Buhay pa rin dito as the blocking has been working for these two. High energy action. Joust at the net. Kept alive. And Cruz.
Ooh.
What a save there from Gorospe. San Andres again. That time off the blockers.
Yung pagod ni James yung Magaysay. Saka tatalon sa gitna para magpakagat ng mga blockers. San Andres and sa Magaysay working triply hard here in the 5th and final set.
It feels like both these teams are bleeding for every single point.
Ganon, high stakes eh. Itong larong ito talaga.
High stakes, high intensity.
Right. Tama yung pagod ni sa Magaysay.
Having to give it all here. San Andres.
Lusot.
Got through the tape there. The setup. And they're saying that it may not have gone across. And asking for a... No, I'm apparently not talking about Sumagaysay. Na umamin sa coaching staff niya na, okay, I touched the ball.
Honesty system.
Honesty system.
Oo, 2 sets na to, ha?
Oo.
Oops. Lifting.
So, right now having a conversation with the officials. And it's going to be errors like that
will kill them.
Yeah, absolutely. So still having discussions here with the officials itong VNS. But Soriano already on the service line here, trying to get things going. 5 points already para kay Jomar Soriano, who had a good early game. Itong si Sumagaysay pulling one back.
What a set. Sumagaysay, I believe, is the leading scorer para sa kanila. Talking about VNS.
7 points apiece here. And it's number 7 on the service line.
7 attack points para sa VNS. Tama ba yan? Oh, wala pang error dito ang Cabstars.
Magalay.
Blocked by Ramilo.
And the Cabstars take the lead 8-7, and they're going to switch courts here. So you take a look at VNS and the Cabstars, no one really pulling away. You can see how much this means to them.
Imagine, VNS is a veteran team here in the Spikers turf. You have a chance to get your third win and eliminate one of your opponents dun sa unahan, sa unang dalawang pwesto na tanging tatawid sa quarterfinals.
Again, this is the first game in our quadruple header. And of course, we're excited to bring you all the volleyball action here on Pilipinas Live and One Sports Plus. Again, Paulo De Rosario on the call alongside Coach Ronnie Magsano.
We started at 11 a.m., 2 hours after. We're still here. At the midpoint of the 5th and final set. Huwag po niyong kalimutan, 5 is the favorite number of my partner, ang teammate ko. Si Paulo De Rosario. Keep that in mind, please.
Oh, Coach Ronnie. You have no idea. It's got to see on the service line here for the Cabstars.
He's played well also.
8-7. Yes, Garcia's played well.
Dassing.
There have been a lot of players for Cabstars who've stepped up.
Correct.
That we did not expect to really score the way that they have. Good floor defense, good coverage. Ramilo.
Oh my, oh my.
The net touch here. And si Bagalay asking everyone to calm down here. Medyo na-excite ng konti.
Oh, titingnan ko ulit yung error. So that is the 3rd error. 4th. Para sa VNS. None so far para sa Cabstars.
And they're doing a better job in terms of getting that off the blockers.
Lakwanan has been a vital part dito sa fight back ng VNS.
Another look at that here.
Quick play against a double block.
Cruz on the service line had a good game here so far. Maxino, who barely got that across.
That's a better one for Lakwanan.
And Lakwanan has been coming alive here in the late game para sa VNS, and all of a sudden we're all tied up at 9-all.
Dun sa 4th set, that's a 5th set. Big numbers para kay Lakwanan.
Lawrence Cruz still on the service line here. Sends that across. Who did look for here? Talking about the Cabstars. Free ball to deal with here. Cruz with the setup. Great coverage here. Ramilo, soft touch. Buhay pa rin. Magalay trying to make something out of nothing. High quality rally here so far. Magalay.
Nice reverse set by Cruz. Very good decision to go the opposite way.
This is a very great game we're seeing between these two. As we take a look at this again, Magalay finding that way, finding that hole, and forcing a timeout. Let's listen in.
So dapat ma-anticipate natin yung sa nagbablock at mabasa natin sa floor defense natin. Nagkaintindihan? Oh, stop lang natin yan. Ha? Stop lang yan, ha? Mindful. Kailangan mo maging mindful dyan, ha? Kung sinong bibigyan mo, ha? Tapang lang, tapang lang. Go! Say, come!
Having to be mindful here, talking about the Cabstars, especially now that they're training by 1 against VNS. It is a race to 15, and it has been very tense stuff between these two.
3 straight points para dito sa VNS. Behind at 9-7, ahead at 10-9.
And that's a net touch there. And we talked about how the Cabstars prevented themselves from getting errors. The errors starting to creep in here.
That's the key why they were ahead earlier. Now they're behind after giving up the 7-point run. None bigger than that last over reception.
Adahar back in the game. Cruz. It feels like he's been on the service line for quite some time. Ramilo.
17 for
soft
Ramilo.
touch. And all of a sudden, just a 1-point lead for VNS. Remember, it's win by 2. Jericho Adahar, 14 excellent sets. Pagalay, ooh, what a hit.
11 attack points. Tama ba ito nakikita natin? 10 attack points para sa VNS out of the 12 points para sa kanila.
So VNS finding the rhythm, finding their groove here.
This is the first set rhythm that we saw of them. They won the first set. Gave up sets 2 and 3. Won the fourth set. Pero ito yung laro nila doon sa unang set na panalo.
And Ramilo was hoping for a check ball but won't be getting it. So it is a 3-point lead for VNS. And Cabstars call for time. 2 points away, VNS, from claiming the match. Let's listen in.
Go. Okay lang yun. Oh, pwede pa tayong bumawi. Ha? Dalawa pa sila, so kailangan pa natin ibawi yan. Nagkakaintindihan? Kailangan lang natin may stop yan, ha? Kailangan natin may stop, ha? O, relax lang. Sige lang. Go, tayo.
Nadalaw pa sila, ha? Kapitan natin.
Wala, ha? Wala lang.
Go. Take up!
13-10 with VNS 2 points away from claiming the match. Remember, it was them who was trailing 2 sets to 1.
After winning the first set, giving up the next 2 sets before coming back and fighting back to stay in the hunt and sending this match on the 5th and final set.
Remember, the Cabstars are the undefeated team between these two. And that time scoring off the block.
Missed earlier, point number 18 for Ramilo.
And Ramilo's on the service line. One of their do-it-all stars, para sa Cabstars. Cruz with the setup.
Wow. That was dropped in for Ron Medalla.
Si Ron Medalla went on a high wire act on the tightrope and it just fell in.
1 point away from finishing this epic come from behind win.
And this win will feel all the sweeter considering the adversity that they went through in set number 2 and 3. Matahinay sends it out wide, so the Cabstars are still alive. 2 points to tie and extend this. And a timeout on the floor. Let's listen in.
Panalo na tayo 3-1-2-3! Panalo na to! Go tayo, isa.
Once again, VNS just 1 point away, while the Cabstars are 2 away from extending this fixture. Of course, knowing Coach Ronnie, he would love to see this go even further.
Setter ka ba?
Well, let's see what they can do. Talking about the Cabstars, because they have to pitch a perfect game here. Match point already. Talking about VNS.
Nakalagay nga match point kanina. This is the second match point after a save earlier on that service error coming from VNS.
And that'll do it. VNS will take the win and ensure that they live to fight another day dito to Spikers Turf 2023 Invitational Conference, dealing the Cabstars their very first loss here in this conference. What a game from VNS, who trailed in sets 2 and 3 going into set number 4. But what a performance here, Coach.
When nothing was going right, and they were almost down and out. Suddenly, things turn around, and they will be rewarded with the second win in 3 matches.
We'll go on a quick break. Don't go away. A lot to talk about here.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf, and I am with the best player of this match na si Aaron Lakwanan. Aaron, alam mo, nagawa nyo ng paraan to stay alive no, dito sa match na to. At yung mga panahon na talagang kailangan ng tulong, nakita namin, nagtulong-tulong kayo sa trabaho.
Ayun nga po, binuhay po kami ng mga senior po namin sa loob ng court. Si Ate Femi, ginaid po talaga kami at in-apply po namin talaga yung sistema na binigay ng mga coaches po sa amin.
Pero naging very challenging itong match na to. Para sa'yo, saan ka nahirapan?
Nahirapan kami sa sa quicker ng kalaban. Tapos madepensa rin po yung kalaban namin. Yung mga palo namin naiangat nila. Tapos inadjustan lang po namin. Binilisan lang po talaga yung trabahuin po namin yung mga sinasabi ng coaches po namin.
At ito na nga ang naging resulta ng inyong mga adjustments. Maraming salamat, Aaron Lakwanan. Pao, Coach Ronnie?
Thank you very much. That was Aaron Lakwanan alongside Mika Besames for that report and the best player of the game. And of course, what a game that we've seen so far when you talk about the VNS Griffins going up against, well, one of the tougher competitions, the Cabstars. Grabe, Coach, yung pinakita nila, especially here in set number 5. Very efficient game.
This was the best set we have seen in this match. With VNS, I believe accounting for at least 11 attack points out of the 15-point output. Hindi naman sumala yung Cabstars. Inangat nila yung level talaga nila. And I thought that Lakwanan was the game changer. Dahil asahan mo naman talaga sila Bagalay. You also expect San Andres to do his share and JV Sumagaysay. But Lakwanan, when they were almost down and out, saved the day para sa kanila. 4th and 5th sets, rather outstanding contributions coming from Lakwanan. Sayang yung effort ni Adhar at ang Cabstars will go down to 2-1. Tied with VNS will climb to 2-1 as well. Of course, behind the unbeaten win-loss record nang nasa ibabaw sa kanilang pool. Ayan, no? Tignan mo yung attack points, 13. May hirap talunin yan, 13 sa 15. And then, yung errors nila, yung dalawang yan, sa dulo na lang eh. Rather, yung VNS, yung limang yan, marami dun sa umpisa. And Cabstars only getting that much attack points. At yung blocking hindi nag-register, but they were there. Constant dun sa 4th and 5th sets. And eventually, the veteran experience, I believe, ng team ng VNS had a lot to do about the spike back, and of course, that catalyst na si Lacuanan.
Well, VNS getting the win here, a much-needed victory, tying up the standings with the Cabstars. 2 wins to 1 loss. And of course, we have a lot more volleyball coming up. In fact, we still have a triple header. Kanina quadruple header na yun, triple header na lang. Santa Elena Nationals up next against the D Navigators Iloilo, and I can't wait to call that game. Alongside Coach Ronnie Magsanok, that's coming up next here on One Sports Plus and the Pilipinas Live app. Thank you very much for joining us here for the first game. Don't go away. The second one is coming very soon.